The best news, and that is Disneyland theme parks are finally reopening after a year of being shut down. Walt Disney World is reaching a capacity point when it comes to spring break crowds. And what is your favorite World Showcase Pavilion at Epcot? So many questions, so many stories to get to. It is March 13th, 2021. Kingdom Report Live starts right now.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Kicking things off, as we always do, with a live look outside at the Disneyland Resort, where you can see a wide shot all the way out to California Adventure Park. What a beautiful day it is in Southern California, and what a beautiful day it is to have you with us here at the Kingdom Report. Hi everybody, Wade Heath joining you once again for an all-new broadcast. Everything Disney Parks news and discussion coming your way from coast to coast. Always a great joy to be a part of your weekend or whenever you are watching. And by the way, if you're somebody that's interested in winning yourself one of these very exclusive Kingdom Report Live mugs, you can win yourself one just by following one rule. And that is, after this video on YouTube, at the Kingdom Report on YouTube, is officially posted following the live broadcast on Saturday, head into the comment section down below and use the phrase that pays in a comment. That phrase that pays, the Haunted Mansion. That's right, the Haunted Mansion is what you need to put in the comment section down below in order to qualify for a Kingdom Report Live mug. You can get yourself one of these by being randomly selected by just putting the Haunted Mansion in the comment section beneath this video on our YouTube channel. Now, if you're somebody that's watching in our live stream, thank you for being a part of the live broadcast. Just a reminder, putting the Haunted Mansion in the live stream chat does not qualify you for this contest. You need to put it in the comment section down below after the video posts following the live broadcast. And you can leave that comment all the way up until Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. All right, so Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific time, following the live show on Saturday. So the Haunted Mansion in the comment section down below to win yourself an official Kingdom Report mug. And we want to say a big congratulations to last episode's winner, Trisha Murphy. Trisha, congratulations. You are the official recipient of a Kingdom Report mug. We did reach out to you and ask for an email address in which to contact and follow up. We still want to do that, so make sure to send us your email. You can leave it in the comment section where you officially left it the last time, and we will be sure to reach out and send you your very own Kingdom Report mug. Well, my friends, so much to get to today, so much to talk about, but before we do that, there's always a team with us, lots of folks to share their perspective, and here with us today once again from AttractionFaction.net, it is Katrina Manzone and Tyler Crouch.
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Hello.
We're back.
I can't believe it.
Once again.
And what are we wearing? What is this here?
You know, we're going into a different kingdom. And,
We are.
you know, the Harry Potter world. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
we're
time
going
to be
to-
a little Gryffindor, you know?
Yeah, we're going to go to Taste of
Hogwarts.
Universal after this, so
I
it should
see.
be fun. We're doing a little food festival. It's right around the corner from us, actually. It's like literally right there. So
I mean, if you look,
literally,
you can see
yeah.
Hogwarts, like, right over there.
Yeah.
you can actually see Hogwarts from
Right
this
out
window,
our studio window.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
pretty
see the
cool.
Hogwarts
pretty
castle.
neat.
It is kind of incredible. And you guys also, on a Disney note, you secured some tickets to Touch of Disney's.
Yeah, we did. We're going to
food
taste
festival.
and touch. We're tasting and touching. We're going with it.
Wow.
Uh,
Sanitize. Wash your hands.
That's
Listen, this is Disney's wording, not mine.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with this. So, but yeah, we're gonna be doing that too. We've got 2 days for that secured. So
Awesome.
we'll be
We got our
waiting
reservations
till
for
later in
dining?
April. Yeah. Did you got some too, or
I did not.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No, I got kicked out of the queue,
Oh.
and
Oh,
it was a beast trying to get it. And
Oh man,
should've
we
There's
we
this
could have
like
gotten you a
technology
ticket.
where you like type to one another and communicate.
What?
my apologies.
No, it's
That's,
okay.
yeah.
That sucks though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey,
Uh,
we're taken care of and given a consolation prize with the other big news. And of course, we're going to dive into that. Let's
Yeah.
not waste any more time.
Mm-mm.
It's Disneyland News Time. Disneyland News Time. This is where we bring you all the headlines fit to share in the Disneyland spectrum. Today, it is all about the most fantastic news, the news we've all been waiting for, the news we have longed to hear, and that is Disneyland Resort theme parks are officially reopening after more than a year of closure. Disney CEO, Disney Chief Executive Officer Bob Chapek said the following in a statement saying, "Here in California, we are encouraged by the positive trends we're seeing, and we're hopeful they'll continue to improve and we'll be able to reopen our parks to guests with limited capacity by late April. We look forward to publicizing an opening date in the coming weeks." While last week's announcement stated that theme parks may open starting on April the 1st, the fact is it will take some time to get them ready for our guests. This includes recalling more than 10,000 furloughed cast and retraining them to be able to operate according to the state of California's new requirements. I am pleased to say that the response has been great thus far. Our cast members are excited to get back to work, and this is also good news for the Anaheim community, which depends on Disneyland for jobs and business generated by visitors. This is such big news. This is such a huge milestone for us to move forward into. And certainly, I feel like anytime we take a little break on this broadcast, anytime there's an absence of us and we didn't have a live show, last week when the news broke, something big always seems to happen when we're not around. Maybe we should take more weeks off and we'll just fast forward through this thing and be back to normal in no time. But it's the best news to hear that the Disneyland Resort theme parks are officially reopening. State of California guidelines have been refreshed according to the Health and Human Services Department for the state, and as numbers continue to crater across the board for the pandemic via the virus itself, via ICU visits, via deaths, everything is on the downslope, which is wonderful to see. Orange County itself moving into the red tier, so we have that color-coded system in the state of California that allows different institutions, different places to reopen based on the color things are. Moving into that red tier is certainly great news because it is a far less restrictive category that allows for indoor dining and a lot of indoor options that weren't available before, now coming back online. And the other big news that comes with this indoor dining and these sorts of things happening, not only allowing Disneyland and Universal Studios Hollywood and theme parks of that size to reopen indoor dining type items, is also the fact that Disneyland may, because they are pushing out that date until the end of April. An official reopening will happen at some point towards the end of the month, but Deadline is saying the following: that Disneyland will likely reopen with 66% greater capacity than anticipated. They mention in their story that the happiest place on earth may be even happier than expected when it reopens in April. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced Wednesday that the state is close to meeting its goal of inoculating 2 million Californians in underprivileged communities, and that milestone, according to a recent order from the state, triggers a relaxing of requirements to move from a more restrictive purple tier to the governor's reopening plan to less. Furthermore, Newsom announced last week that theme parks could reopen at a very limited capacity on April the 1st. It won't matter in Orange County, though. Officials there say they are on track for making it into the red tier. As we just announced, it is officially happening as of Sunday, the 14th. We expect Orange County to open into the red tier in the coming weeks, said Orange County CEO Frank Kim. And they go on to say that with these restrictions being loosened and tiers dropping, that means that there is likely going to be an additional percentage of allowance when it comes to letting people back into the theme park. So not just the 15% that was originally predicted, but now much more like 25, somewhere in that category. So the percentage is increasing as we speak, and it is terrific news to hear because we have been waiting a long time for this, and who knows what that 15% capacity would have looked like on an already restricted window of what would have been allowed back into the theme park. So to have an even bigger percentage is fantastic. Katrina, the best news.
I am so excited. I know, I was really sad that we were like off last weekend. I was like, no! But I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy that all these cast members are getting called back. I am really happy to see the happiest place on earth start like living again, you know. I was super stoked to do like a touch of Disney, and then when this news broke, I was just so excited. I'm hoping that they stay. I'm still kind of weird around people. I'm like very antisocial now. So when people get near me, I like run away. But I'm really excited. I think a good like 15% to 25% occupancy is like enough right now for like California residents only. At the moment, I'm like okay with this, like with the rules and stuff. But I'm really, really stoked that this is happening.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising to hear how quickly things are moving all of a sudden. You know, we talk about this all the time, how fluid things are and how week to week radical changes just seem to occur.
Crazy.
And, you know, Tyler, you've said it before, you know, make it make sense. Fortunately, we're finally seeing cascading numbers everywhere. Everything is on that downslope. More people are being vaccinated across the board. So great news is coming from that. Do you anticipate a specific date in mind when it comes to that April official announcement of reopening?
No, I don't really have a specific date. I don't know. I also don't have a calendar. I mean, I could pull it up, but I don't know. I would think like probably the last weekend. I would think
really hold out. Yeah.
Like and that's kind of what I was expecting, like a late spring kind of open type of thing. So that's I'm happy. I'm excited. This is gonna be cool. Disneyland's reopening, everybody. So I mean, get ready. It's going to be really, I got to be honest, this news article like scared me a little bit because it says, Disneyland will likely reopen with 66 greater capacity than expected. And I was like, wait, hold on. Wait, does that mean it's going to be like 80% capacity or something?
It's a little misleading.
But then you read it and you're like, oh no, it's not as bad as it sounds. So, I mean, just from a selfish point of view, imagine how amazing it's going to be to step into Disneyland with a 25% capacity.
Right.
I mean, that's going to be an incredible sight to see. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Of course, for everybody's benefit, I want the numbers to keep going up. But I am excited to see Disneyland to be a little slow when I go back. I hope I get some good photos. Let me put it that way. And then,
that 15% originally that was quoted, right out of the gate, got me really excited because I thought, imagine being part of that 15% and just how quiet Disneyland will be without anyone in it. You're absolutely
exactly.
right. Like, just to have that sort of reserved space, for a small portion of people, but certainly holding out until the very end of April, and the way in which the tiers are set up and the removal of tiers are set up with the 2-week windows and stuff like that. There's a real possibility with the trajectory as it is going, that 25% somewhere in that category can be met. And then, of course, even more. And we also heard from the White House this week that the plan is for all adults to have a vaccine that want one by May 1st and have that as a goal to start, I should say. Yeah. So knowing that, my goodness, you think about maybe a month and a half, 2 months of a window there, and life looks very different by summer.
Yeah, well, things are happening like.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like one thing I can say about this whole pandemic situation in general was that it was probably like the most chaotic like year of my life in a lot of ways. Like it just felt like things would change each and every day. Like we didn't know what was happening, Tuesday and then to Wednesday. Like it was just a different thing every single day, and that's where it's continuing to be. Now it's like Disneyland is just one day reopening now, so it's an exciting thing, and I'm gonna have to get used to, like Katrina said, it's like I'm a little bit I've been trained to be scared of people a little more now, so it's gonna be one of those things where we're gonna have to get used to people going back to normal life, and now I'm gonna get a little heebie-jeebies in the beginning, I'm sure, but you gotta it's what we've been saying all along, you gotta follow the science, and we can't just let our animal brains just be frightened forever. We have to
That's okay. I'll stay inside.
We have to listen to what these doctors are saying. We're moving forward. So that's what I have to tell myself is like, we're moving forward. It's getting safer. So I can be okay with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's very much a sense of turning over a new leaf, and there's a sense of optimism that I haven't seen in a while, suddenly rippling through the ether, and I'm noticing a lot more people out and about, a lot more people coming, into the open again. It's wonderful
Traffic
to see.
has been like
Traffic is getting worse and worse.
horrible. So like everybody's living their lives now. It's
Yeah.
like kind of crazy to think about, like how now it's just the traffic has doubled on the weekends, and it's insane.
And LA County too, entering that restricted red tier.
Yeah.
So
What, Monday? No.
less of tomorrow. Monday,
Yeah.
one of those days, but entering that less restrictive tier where
Moving
indoor
on up.
dining and things can continue to happen. Movie theaters reopening. I mean, it's just it's so nice to see a semblance of normalcy come back to our lives, and things start to move into a place where, quite frankly, to see a vaccine even as fast as we did, to just
Yeah.
be rolling this quickly, to have a scientific community that can do something like that fast, and have competing companies all vie for that opportunity to say, we're going to help, we're going to try and fix this. Terrific news to see it all cascading in the right direction. About time. And if you're somebody that's wondering whether or not Avengers Campus will be opening with Disneyland theme parks and California Adventure, you're not alone. A lot of people are wondering. Unfortunately, it looks like Avengers Campus at California Adventure will not be reopening, or will not be opening with the reopening alongside Disneyland and California Adventure. The expansion itself, obviously something that everybody's been geared up and excited to see. I know that originally it was planned for summertime, and the excitement of summertime last year was when it was supposed to debut and things were supposed to hit, and we were going to see all this really cool activity with a whole new land inside California Adventure. Well, Disney's doing probably the smart thing in this capacity, and that's waiting until a little bit later in the year. They definitely announced that it's going to happen within this year, but we'll probably wait and see that to occur, I would imagine, likely down the road, probably closer to Christmas time. I'm sure they're really going to hold out for the sake of allowing enough time to elapse, I bet, for, and I think I mentioned this before, obviously Disney wants the most bang for their buck when it comes to these new experiences. They don't necessarily want to have to restrict a whole bunch of people from being able to see something new. You want that bang for your buck. So they are likely going to wait until the very end of the year to open up something like this for the sake of having the most amount of people be able to come enjoy it. And who knows what things will look like again by summertime. Not surprised, Katrina, that Avengers Campus isn't opening.
I think they're waiting to make like a really big opening debut and like get the celebrities out there, and like how are you supposed to do this during like the pandemic, and how many celebrities can you possibly get right now at like 15% capacity?
Right.
It's just not going to be what they want it to be. So I can see like they're going to open it once they start getting into like a higher capacity at like 35% like Disney World,
Mm-hmm.
then we can like talk about it at that point to see when they're going to make that big debut and see Spider-Man flip through the air. And
it's also a real marketing
stuff.
opportunity for them, to sort of hold that carrot out in front of the public that, my visit to Walt Disney World recently certainly showcased to me that people are comfortable traveling again. Everybody, there is pent-up demand. People are ready. So to be able to, dangle that carrot and bring in as many people as possible in a cash-strapped, and I say that loosely, company at the moment, certainly they're going to hold out for something like that. Theme parks reopening without Avengers Campus, unfortunately. Tyler?
Yeah, makes complete sense. They do these things to bring people in. They can't bring extra people in. Right now, the main attraction is Disneyland itself. They don't need Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to see that castle
Yeah.
again.
Like,
That's the attraction everybody wants to see. Is
we're paying
castle.
we're paying $75 to be able to go walk through yeah, exactly. California Adventure. I don't know. I always struggled so much with the name of that theme park, but we're paying $75 for that. It's like, okay, yeah, we want to go see the parks again,
right?
So
yeah, something that also stood out to me when it came to the news of things reopening. Obviously this Touch of Disney food event only lasting a very small window of time. The question was raised recently of like, do you think Disney knew that this was about to happen? And I kind of read into things here and definitely thought that if Disney knew this was going to happen, if they knew that the state was going to say, hey, now's the time we can refresh these rules and allow things to move forward starting April 1st. I think Disney would have been ready April 1st to reopen things. I think Disney would have been prepared for something like that. Disney CEO Bob Chapek saying, of course, we're not quite ready. We need to train and get everybody back and start setting things up again. So the end of April will be our time frame. But I think that goes to show us once again, as we have followed this journey all the way through last year and all the way into this year, and that is still, even now, the state was not communicating with theme park leaders, with the executives, like they said they were all along. This came almost as a surprise based on Bob Chapek's statement, and so now they're racing to, okay, now let's open. I mean, it's good news, but they're still not. After all this time.
Well, I like the thing I look back on when Iger left that whole commission that was started, and
the reopening committee.
Yeah, the reopening committee, and it was one of those things where in my head when he left, it seemed, and I don't really know, none of us really know Bob Iger or his business stylings necessarily. I mean, we know the big stuff, but it really seemed like he just walked away in a really abrupt it didn't seem like a Bob Iger thing to do to me.
I agree. Yeah.
And so now looking back on it, he must have just been really getting the runaround, and he was just this is not even worth my time anymore because they're not even being real. They're not even talking to me.
No one's listening.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally announced a touch of Disney, and then Universal announced their taste of Universal, and then boom, the next day the state's oh, hey, guess what? Theme parks can open again April 1st, and then now the theme parks are you've got to be kidding me.
Well,
we just added extra weeks to a touch of Disney and stuff like that, just because they didn't know when they were going to be opening.
The other thing to remember too, though, is that what was it? Was it a couple weeks ago? Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago now. Six Flags was just out there on Twitter being hey, we're opening in April.
We're doing it.
We're going. And that was news to everybody.
They got the inside
and
scoop
so
maybe
these other theme parks actually did know this, and they weren't like Six Flags being blasting it out there, but
then Disney, I don't feel like Disney would have extended a touch of Disney for $75 when they can cut it at that date,
but
and
who
then
knows,
charge $200 a ticket for both parks, or something like that.
Who knows how much time they feel like they need to train everybody up and get ready and bring people back, because we're talking about tens of thousands of people here. And it's not going to be a quick process. It's going to take them a lot of time. So,
but I mean, if this was supposed to be done in conjunction with them, was being said the entire time, and we watched his theme park leadership in the state and several mayors and people locally that rely on these places of business for massive amounts of jobs, when they came out and basically said, hey, no one's talked to us this entire time, when they basically called them out, we witnessed a sort of backlash from the governor's office and from those folks, and they didn't seem all that happy that they were being called out into the light as having never worked with the theme parks up until that point. And I also think that it's odd timing too, because if we recall correctly, as we've reported here in recent weeks, the state assembly was moving a bill through the motions to vote, and I believe that vote was set to happen either this past week or this week, to move openings for theme parks of Disneyland size into the less restrictive tiers. And what do you know, it just happened.
Yeah.
Without a vote needing to occur, things just got refreshed, as they said. So whatever is happening, whatever is moving this forward, make it make sense, as we like to say here. Thank you, Tyler Crouch. We're happy that Disneyland is officially coming back to us after all this time. Make sure that if you are thrilled Disneyland's coming back, you're thrilled that the theme parks are reopening, give this video a big thumbs up, and let us know in the comment section down below when you think specifically in April what date Disneyland theme parks are going to be reopening, what you think that announcement will be.
Do you know everything the
News
ghost host is going to say before he says it? Are you ready to thank the Venetians each time you board Spaceship Earth? Can you recite Walt's opening day dedication speech? Then join the Kingdom team today, the influential legacy fan community featuring exclusive merchandise that will alert all who've come to this happy place that you are more than just another guest. You are a trusted theme park fan. Don't miss out. Join the Kingdom team right now by visiting the homepage at kingdomreportlive.com. That's kingdomreportlive.com. And now, back to the magic.
Gared on the go time. Walt Disney World reporter Gared Hassel standing by for us somewhere in Orlando. Happy birthday, Gared Hassel!
Thank you. You're all too kind. For those that didn't know, my birthday was on the 11th of March. So
He's 21 years old now, ladies and gentlemen.
21. That's
Grown
right.
up.
21.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, and today I've got it made in the shade here at the beautiful Boardwalk Resort. And it's a beautiful day, nice, warm air. You look at that sky. That sky is just
You're waiting for
beautiful.
abracadabra. Just say it.
I'm actually, okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. You can abracadabra.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yep.
I know where you're at.
Hey, you got 30 more minutes, and I think it's going to open.
Man, it's amazing how you know that, Tyler.
Hey, bars open at 4 p.m. It's not that complicated.
Okay, well, some Disney bars are a little different, but yes, Abracadabra is my favorite, bar here at Disney. I love the theming behind it. It's got some great concoctions, and they do work some magic in there. And there's a lot of hidden Mickeys in there that only the truest of Disney historians know about. So Abracadabra, come on down and get a cocktail with me. We'll have a good old time.
Get a conjurita for me.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then, afterward we'll go for a nice swim in the lake here.
I don't know if I'm going to get kicked off Disney property for that.
Yeah.
Also,
you don't get kicked off unless they catch you. And okay, they'll probably catch.
I don't
me.
want to deal with I don't want to deal with the wildlife either.
Or
so.
somebody's going to catch us, and I don't really want to find out what.
And you don't want the brain-eating amoeba to attack your inner system by accidentally swallowing that water. So there's so many reasons to stay away from that water, Gared.
Fair enough. I thought the water looked a little murky, but you guys have shown me the error of my ways. So thank you for that.
Just take a friendship.
Aww.
Yeah, I'll take a friendship. I'll take a friendship
boat.
boat. I love those.
Yes, yeah.
I love those
Oh.
boats. They're fun.
Yeah, that's
They're
what
fun
it
little
is.
boats.
You didn't?
Friendship boat is what it is.
Yeah, the boats. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
You guys
Not
want
a real friendship, please. Yeah.
Never mind. Go
Well,
away.
we all hold hands while we go on the friendship boats.
Let's do it.
We lock it up,
All right.
and we'll skip.
I'm in.
So, Gared, you're right around the corner from the International Gateway of Epcot. For people that don't know where you're at, the boardwalk is right outside that back gate of Epcot near France and those sorts of countries. It looks like, based on what we're seeing from Disney parks, a big announcement occurred outside of Disneyland is reopening. Out in Walt Disney World, another major announcement occurred. Tell us.
I'm so excited. So as everyone knows, October 1st is the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World opened October 1st of 1971, a historic date. But on October 1st of 2021, we have something exciting. The France expansion is going to be opening up to the public, meaning the Remy Ratatouille adventure attraction, along with La Crêperie, is going to open on October 1st at Epcot in the France Pavilion. This is a little walkway along the back. I've done a vlog back there, and it is quite a beautiful area. This is very exciting because, one, we said that this attraction was going to open spring 2020, then summer 2020, and then sometime in 2021. Now we actually have a date, October 1st, 2021. It is not going to fall under the tier of the people mover that we never know when it's going to open. This one is set to open October 1st, and this attraction is truly unique. It has a ride system similar to that of Rise of the Resistance, where it's a trackless ride system, but also has a 3D element to it where you put on your 3D glasses and you shrink down to the size of a rat, like our good friend Remy, and then you run around Gusto's restaurant on the floor and get into sort of the antics that rats have to deal with. It's a hard life out there for a rat, as some don't know. But in addition to that, the La Crêperie, the Crêperie is going to open also around that time, so you can get yourself a nice crêpe with some jambon avec fromage. That's French for some ham and some cheese in there. And I'm pumped. It's been a while since we've had a new Disney attraction. The last one we had was Rise of the Resistance, but this one is brand new. And Epcot hasn't gotten a new attraction in quite some time. So
that's true.
Don't forget about that.
Say that again?
There's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that came out last year.
Yes.
Don't forget about that.
Yes.
It's been basically a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good while.
But I'm talking Epcot. Epcot hasn't gotten anything
specific.
new in a long time. I think the last new thing to come to Epcot was Regal Eagle. I think that might have.
That's a great attraction.
That's a great.
I love it.
The perfect barbecue.
Hey,
Foodies know.
I'm a fan. Hey, I've eaten there 3 times.
That's it?
And I
As a
love
foodie
it.
does.
Yeah,
I would say 3
as
times a
foodie,
week.
Yeah, 3. It's actually 3 times a day. I do breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
Yeah.
Baked beans, anyone?
You know, I'm trying to be as American as I can, eating all the barbecue I can, the Texas toast, the mac and cheese. It's some good stuff right there. But I'm very excited about the Ratatouille attraction coming out. And because it's coming out, I have to speak about it in French. For those that may not know, there is a counterpart to this ride over in Disneyland Paris, and it has a French name. The American name is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. That is boring, but in French it is Ratatouille, l'aventure totalement touquée de Remy. And what that means is Ratatouille, the adventure, Remy's totally zany adventure. And it's a lot more poetic in French.
I know.
Ladies,
Yeah,
calm
so
down.
again,
He's
Speak
taken.
more French for us,
He just
Gared.
swept me off my feet.
Some more French. I'm just gonna say bonjour, ça va?
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Où est la toilette? Where's the toilet?
The
You
Oh
know,
toilet.
my
stuff
gosh,
like
so
that.
romantical.
Nothing but romance.
Oh, my gosh.
Settle down, everyone.
And
yeah,
at
I don't know.
41
maybe
years
I'll
of
do that.
age. What
Simmer
a-
down now.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
For the opening, I might wear, a beret, the ascot, and the white and blue striped shirt. I
Aw,
might-
Yeah,
might
please
go
yeah,
do.
all
do
out.
it.
Please do.
And
Or you can
And I'll
paint
get
your
like a
face
li-
like white with like the striped shirt and just be a mime too.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if
Mhm.
I can shut up that long.
I
I
don't think
can't
you
do it
can.
for 3. I can't even do
You've
it for
been
3
friends
minutes.
with, Goofy and stuff. You can
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah, but that's when you're getting paid to be quiet and you get fired if you're not
That's-
quiet.
Oh,
Well, we'll
no.
shove a crepe in your mouth and silence you that way. I think that'll work out
Hey,
well.
as long as it's got Nutella and strawberries, I'm good to
Yum.
go.
Good stuff.
Mm.
That's right. Well, hey, this is great news. Hearing that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is officially coming our way for the kickoff of the 50th anniversary. That creperie also taking center stage there, back behind
Yeah.
France, and that whole France expansion, I think, is just terrific news and
Oh.
nice to have some added additions. Speaking of added additions, when it comes to the entry experience at Disney parks in Walt Disney World, we've gotten conditioned, Gared, to wearing the Magic Bands and using that as like a touch point to go in and out of the Disney World theme parks. They're changing things up yet again.
Yes, they are. So typically right now to enter a theme park, you need to use a Magic Band or you use one of your cards, whether it's your annual pass or the daily ticket that you buy. But Disney is moving along with technology and they're creating something called Magic Mobile. And what that means is it allows guests to enter parks with either a cell phone or a smart device. So a smart watch, for example, it's going to work similar to a Magic Band, where you, instead of tapping your Magic Band on there, you actually are going to tap your phone or your Apple Watch. Disney announced that this will come later this year and it's going to come in phases, but it's going to start off with just Apple devices, where similar to if you've gone to a Disney resort, you can check into your room just using your phone and it unlocks the door. It's an amazing experience and it adds a little bit of magic to your experience. Rather than having to talk to someone at the front desk, get your Magic Band, you can just walk up to your room, boop, and walk right on in. And it's quite spectacular. And as I said before, it's going to start off with Apple devices only. So if you're Team Apple, you're set to go. I'm sure it will eventually come to other devices such as Galaxies, Nokias, and all the other sort. But starting off with Apple, Disney tends to use Apple products in their own dealings with their iPads and their iPhones when dealing with guest interactions. But in order to do this, you just, when it's available, you go into the My Disney experience, and in there you'll click on Magic Mobile, and then you can add it to your digital wallet that comes onto your phone or your Apple Watch, and that allows you to scan on in. Because a few months ago we spoke about how Disney is phasing out the free Magic Bands, and I think that was in turn because of this. They wanted to make sure this thing would work, and I think it is quite amazing because they're moving along with technology. They're making it so that guests don't have to purchase a Magic Band unless they want to. When this does become available, you can still use a Magic Band, or you can use this, or you can use both. It really does not matter. It's just allowing guests more ways to enter a park in a magical experience. So Magic Mobile, it's coming soon, and check back with us on the channel as we get more news about this. We will report it here as quickly as we can. But I'm excited for it. Rather than having, if you want to have your Apple Watch on but you also want to have your Magic Band on. Now it can all be in one. You just, tap your Apple Watch, boop, you're in, or tap your phone. I think it's simplifying things for people, but it's not taking away from the magic in any sort of way. The ring will still go green and it'll still make that magical sound.
Yeah, Tyler, more convenience, always good.
I'm super excited for this. I always have my Apple Watch on, and I'm one of those people that I like Magic Bands, but I don't really like wearing them, especially when I have my watch on, because then I've got bands on both wrists, and I feel like a Power Ranger or something, and I'm like,
morphin' time.
But so I'm not really big on that. So usually I put my Magic Band on my belt. But I'm just kind of getting tired of like, I have to make sure that I have it on my belt. I get worried that it like falls off or something like that.
You're on a carabiner.
Yeah, it's like on a little carabiner. But so I'm really excited for this. They've had the ability to do this sort of stuff for quite a while, actually, because like VIP tour guides, for example, they have Apple products. They use their phones to scan in, guests to get people in line and stuff like that. So these, this has been a possibility for quite a long time, so I'm just glad that they're finally branching it out to customers and guests, because I mean, again, the Apple Watch thing is going to be awesome. If I can keep my annual pass in my wallet and just like pull up my watch real quick and do a little double tap and boop, I'm stoked. And I hope it works in the room too.
Right, anytime you can do a little boop.
Right, exactly.
Life is better.
Oh yeah, little boops, all about it. And I know you can already use your cell phone to get in your room, but I just mean I wish it was like, I just want it to be like a simple, like I don't want to scroll through the app and just a simple little double tap or something of a button, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think you're right. That whole idea, obviously they've had the ability to do it for a while. So, the pandemic pushed them into a different category where a lot of things had to go basically touchless. And a big portion of that was when you visited a Disney World resort. Now they ask you not even to like come to the front desk, try and check in online ahead of time. They know when you're there because of the Magic Band, because of the app, because of they're watching, but because of the infrastructure that they've set up. And so it's really great because you arrive to a Disney resort, you'll get a text message immediately saying, welcome, your room's not quite available yet, but as soon as it is, we'll send you the room numbers and a map, and you can head to the room yourself. I love that. I don't want to show up at a Disney resort and stand in line at a front desk for an hour and a half just to get my room number that might not be available.
Oh, yeah.
Convenience matters. And so this is just another step in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I am so stoked about this, but I do like my Magic Band because like there are a couple that I have that do like a special feature when you do it. So I have like a Valentine's Day one that has the volcanoes from I Lava for you, whatever. And it's so cute. And when you do it, it's like a little volcano. So it makes like this like little, and you see the sparks flying out of it. So it's like shape of volcano with like water and like greenery. And then you see these little sparks. And then I think it's like so cute. And then I have like a Beauty and the Beast one that makes it look like a rose inside. And there's like another one that I have, but I don't really wear it that often.
You've got the, it's like a Food and Wine one with like Figment on it. And then when you scan it, it's like it makes like a sizzle noise, and there's like little fire bits on the bottom, and the top is gray, so it looks like a little frying pan. It's pretty cool.
It's like they have some cute features, so that'd be really cool if like you're able to like choose a feature or something, or if it
that'd be cool.
Something from your Magic Bands that you already have, because it says that you can use anything. You can use your phone, and then if you want to grab a Magic Band, if you have one, like you can use it later in the day or whatever. But it'd be really cool if they gave like a little feature so you can like you choose like your old Magic Band.
Decide which Magic Band you want to actually scan.
Really fun.
Yeah.
So you have like a little feature that happens. But I'm really excited because sometimes I don't really like wearing two.
Sure.
Because it's like really weird. But now I have like a new one that I want to wear. Huh?
Yeah, you get multiple tan lines and just doesn't work
out.
Man.
You love those. You gotta match on both arms. You can't already have one on this.
I got a nice watch.
Tan line look at that tan line.
yeah. And then I got the shirt tan line. I got the polo tan line. Oh, you gotta hold off on that last.
Oh,
one.
ladies, hold on.
Oh, goodness.
He was
Next, he's gonna be speaking French to us again. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I will parler français when I feel like it's my friend. Right now, I'm not feeling very pleased, and I'm just American.
Ladies, calm down.
Horrid.
Take me on one of those friendships.
I'll hold your hand the entire time, Tyler.
And then paint me. Paint me like one of the French women, please. So Magic Mobile coming very soon to Walt Disney World. If you're somebody that is excited to hear of a little bit more convenience coming your way when it comes to that entry process, make sure that you give this segment a big thumbs up. And Gared, one last thing, spring break is underway. You're obviously in the boardwalk area of Walt Disney World. It didn't look so busy here a second ago when we were talking to you, but that's probably because everybody's in the parks. Sounds like capacity is being reached.
Oh, that is very true. So spring break is at hand. The parks have not been this wild in quite a long time. For the week of the 14th through the 20th of March, Walt Disney World is at capacity for every single park throughout that entire week, meaning you cannot get into Magic Kingdom, Studios, Animal Kingdom, or Epcot. It's blocked out. I have never seen anything quite like this before. Even the week of Christmas and New Year's, there was usually one or two parks open, but they're coming out to Florida, they're coming out to Orlando, and they want to experience the Disney parks. So if you had planned on, like, you know what, maybe we'll come out, check the availability first, because there is no way you can get in. It is blocked out. That is for annual pass holders, Disney Resort, and just regular single day ticket buyers. It's just not available, and it's shocking. It's amazing because Disney is pulling in the crowds and things seem a little bit more normal, but it's also shocking because I've never seen anything quite like this. And also in the week of the 21st through the 27th, each day I keep checking, and it seems more and more parks become unavailable. In the middle of the week, I believe on the 23rd and 24th, they're completely grayed out, meaning no one can get in.
Wow.
So check the availability. Yeah, it's quite a phenomenon. Yeah, even during Christmas time, you couldn't get into Magic Kingdom, but you could get into Epcot. Now it's nothing. You can't get in anywhere. Even if you are DVC and annual pass holder like myself, they say, no way, we've got the room. And for those that may not remember or do not know, Disney is not at 100% occupancy. It's only allowing 35% of what typical park occupancy is. And we do not know what that number is. Disney has not released that information. So Disney says, hey, we're at 35%. We're at 35%. So it's very sad if you can't come out, but it's also very exciting if you can go in.
Absolutely. And certainly something that we like to always suggest is that you check that reservation platform via the My Disney Experience app and WaltDisneyWorld.com to see if any additional spots have opened up. From personal experience, I've been in a situation where a park might be blocked out for a week leading up to the day that I wanted to go. And then I checked the night before, and suddenly there are vacancies. Suddenly there is an opening. So something that you can certainly check into. All hope is not lost. There's always a potential that you can snag a reservation, and who knows how much longer the reservations will be in place as we continue to see great news on the front of pandemic recovery. Gared Hassel, we wish you a very happy birthday, friend. Everybody in our live chat during this live chat segment is also wishing you a happy birthday, so lots of viewers sharing their love too. Do you plan on doing anything spectacular for your birthday? I know it was a couple days ago, but anything extra fun?
Well, I want to say merci beaucoup to all my friends out there wishing me happy birthday.
Cut him off.
If you wanted to learn how to say happy birthday in French, it's joyeux anniversaire. Joyeux means have a joyous, and anniversaire, it's more like the anniversary of your birth, so joyeux anniversaire. But no, I'm gonna relax. But tonight, my dear love Ariel, she is coming back to see me again in Florida, so I'm gonna get to see her, and we'll celebrate a belated birthday. It's gonna be quite magical. Her and her family got me some gifts along with my mom, so I don't know if she brought any other gifts out, but regardless, just seeing her is a gift to myself. Yeah, I'll get to see Ariel, and we'll enjoy the good Florida life, enjoy this sunshine and these beautiful skies.
Yeah, enjoy those clouds.
That fake sky.
I know. Yeah, that fake sky. It's all green screen, folks.
Mm-hmm.
We do this every week. It's incredible.
Yeah. And thank you for the Rosetta Stone lesson. We appreciate that. So it's good to learn a new language while in the process of a live
merci.
Show. Yeah, merci.
De rien, mon ami. It is a pleasure to parler français avec toi.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever that was. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Gared Hassel. We certainly are thankful for you. You are a gift to us every single day. Make sure to wish Gared a very happy birthday in the comments section down below. My friends, it's time for the Disney List. Disney List Time. This is where we share a little bit of love or a little bit of criticism when it comes to something in the Disney parks from coast to coast. Today it's all about Epcot and more specifically World Showcase, the pavilions of World Showcase. What is our favorite? What stands out to us as one of the best? Well, we are going to share it here today to discuss it. We have Tyler Crouch, Katrina Manzone, and out in Walt Disney World, Gared Hassel. We're going to start here with Tyler Crouch to ask what stands out to you as perhaps your favorites of all the World Showcase pavilions, and what specifically is it that makes it the best?
This is an easy one for me. This is a simple answer. There is no competition. Even though I love Epcot, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Mexico Pavilion, #1 with Bullet.
Love your pyramid.
Boom.
I love that Aztec pyramid because I love the whole nighttime vibe. I mean, really, that place more than any place in Disney World, I think, gives me kind of a Disneyland Pirates of the Caribbean vibe, you know, which I love because I love that incorporating a restaurant into a ride thing. Yeah, I even like it over at like Living with the Land and stuff. Like, even though it's kind of weird, you're like in this farmland, and you look up and there's this like banister. It's like, what? Like, I remember going on that ride as a kid and being like, what is that?
What's going on?
But anyway, I still love that idea. So, I mean, just the fact that it's like this cool nighttime village, the setting is amazing. It's got the best bar in all of Epcot, Cava de Tequila. It's got a ride, which not all the pavilions do, which is also a great ride. Please don't turn it into Coco. I like Coco, but I like Donald Duck better than Coco. I'm sorry. And you know what? It even has some good food, which some people may not agree with, but especially the Hacienda out on the water out front. That is a great restaurant that I feel like a lot of people kind of forget about because it's like on the back of a quick service. But it is fantastic. I love everything about Mexico. So
it's a pretty great
He's
place.
clapping because he's so excited.
I know. I'm so excited. I
So
clap when I'm
good.
excited.
One of the
Tyler,
starting
I have
points
a
for the
question
World
for
Showcase,
you.
too.
Yeah.
What's that,
What's
Garrett?
that?
Tyler, have you ever been brave enough to try and climb the Great Pyramid?
No, you really want me to get kicked out of Disney World today?
I know.
I had to ask. You know, they put up signs, but I still see people trying to do it, and it's quite amazing to see happen because they make it about one step and then they fall typically, or they get kicked down. I just had to ask.
I've seen a video of a guy that made it pretty far up, but yeah, it's bad idea.
It's a steep.
Because then you got to get back down.
It's a steep climb.
Yeah, it's
You
How do you get back
respect
down? Just like a
Mexico
cat, you're
and
like,
the pyramid.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man would be the only man that could.
You take the slide on the back end of
That's
the pyramid
right.
that you don't
Ooh.
see.
Whee!
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Yeah. Well, Garrett, you're out there in Walt Disney World. Looks like along the boardwalk with us today, and share with us when it comes to a pavilion in World Showcase that stands out to you as the best. What comes to mind?
It's such a tough question because I have multiple reasons for loving multiple, pavilions. Epcot's my favorite Walt Disney World park, but my love, it belongs to everyone could probably guess it, but it's the France Pavilion.
I was gonna say,
adore
if
this
you don't
place.
choose France, you're cut off.
Yeah, if I didn't choose that, they'd be like, Gared, you're not Gared. Who are you? But the France Pavilion is enchanting. It is romantic, beautiful. Even before they had the France expansion, I still love this area just because it reminds me of when I went to France when I was in high school, and just walking along, hearing the sights and the sounds, and the food there is pretty great. And then in the back, you have the boulangerie, where you can get some lovely pastries and other artisan dishes. I love the pavilion, and now with this expansion, where you're getting an attraction and a new restaurant, and they have new bathrooms. Can't forget about the bathrooms. But France is a place very close to mon cœur, my heart. So France, I love you, you beautiful thing. Tu es belle.
And don't even get them started on the Beauty and the Beast sing-along.
I've actually never experienced that, so I can't really
And it's his favorite.
Well, no, I said the pavilion's the favorite. I didn't say the attraction was the favorite.
I figured if it was
actually,
your favorite pavilion, you would have been in it. Garrett.
Yeah, I mean,
there's not enough Gaston in that show, but I do like Impressions de France. It's beautiful, showing all the different landscapes of France, whether it's the Alps or going down to a place like Normandy along the steep coastline, or just going to the heart of it all in Sweet Paris along the Seine, and you just take it. That pavilion is just great, and I love the storytelling that Imagineers took in creating it, where when going from England to, or going from the UK pavilion to France, you're crossing the English Channel. And so I like how there's that subtle storytelling involved in there. And then you've got boats along the River Seine. So yeah, France, you got my vote out there. So you stay classy.
Wow, how about that? And we now turn to Katrina and her favorite of all the nations in World Showcase. What stands out to you?
Okay, so this place is really, really cool.
Yeah,
This
super
country.
exclusive.
This like
This
country.
place has everything.
This place has everything. It has 4 dining locations, 2 bars, a ride, an inside shopping area. Can anybody guess where this is?
This is Epcot, you're saying? It's
This
in
is
World
in
Showcase?
Epcot.
What?
There's 2 fast food services, and then
Mm.
2 sit-down dinings.
Mm.
And there's 2 bars.
Oh my God.
And there's a
Mar-
ride.
Mar-
Can anybody guess what
It's
this
What kind
is?
of amazing place could you be
It's
talking
like
about?
a
It's-
magical
it's-
country, which is so amazing.
Oh,
Morocco.
Mexico.
Mexico. So you're in line with
Mexico.
Tyler. You love your Mexico. Wow.
Mexico. Oh my God, there's so many things to do there. Like,
Mm.
it's just so fun. Like, I remember it was really fun. Like, our first time we went to Disney World together, it was like downpouring. Like, we literally, our habit, we never turn to Canada first. We always turn to Mexico
Oh,
first and then do that route. It's just forbidden. You can't go
Stay
this
to your
way.
left.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I remember we got there. It was like super sunny, gorgeous. We walk in, and like, let's go to Mexico. Let's go on the ride. And then all of a sudden it started downpouring.
Mm.
I was like, what? How? And then so we run in, and then we go to Cava del Tequila. And I've never been there before. Super fun. And then we literally were there for like 3 hours waiting for the rain to subside, and we just kept seeing people walk in, and we're like, is it still raining? It's another, I need another round.
Yep.
And but anyway, but super fun. I love the ride. And then like the little shop in the middle is like, oh, it's just so fun.
Very charming.
Because
Yeah.
it's so weird to see, like, you're going, like Tyler said, pirates. Like,
Mhm.
there's like a restaurant right there. There's like boats going by. So you have this, like, feeling of pirates. And then you have this like inside charm of like the crystal shop. And then you have like the authentic like outfits. What are they called? The folklorico dancers.
Yeah.
I forgot what the dresses are called. I'm so
Right.
sorry. But they have that, and then it's just like the Oaxacan painting stuff. It's just so
Yeah.
God. I love
I
this
gotta
place.
say,
It's
too-
so
Sounds like
fun.
an infomercial.
It's so charming. It's so charming.
I gotta say too, like I also feel like the cast members there, like the international cast members, for some reason feel like so friendly.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not saying that other nations don't feel as friendly, but I just feel like there's something about the kind of Mexican culture, I feel like that they
Yeah.
exude, that just makes you feel very welcome.
There's
So
just
I
like
love that.
so much stuff there. Like, I love Italy. I love the Italy pavilion. I like to go shopping in there, but it's just like the exterior's nice.
Yeah.
But I don't really
Pretty.
like patina food all that much. So
It's
really wanna eat there.
Viva la Mexico.
yeah, I just like Mexico's just like the best. So if you haven't been to Mexico yet, or if you just
It's
think
a
that it's
must-do.
just like a pyramid and there's nothing inside, go in, eat their food. It's delicious. The hacienda on the outside is it's great.
Yeah, I feel like
And-
Mexico expanded over the course of time too
Oh,
on the
yeah.
outside, and so there's more to do at that country's pavilion. I'd say for me, Morocco, definitely a place that has always stood out. As if I can go to a Disney park
That's
and
a
be
really great choice.
captivated, if I
Mm.
can feel like I'm in a different place, that is how I know Disney has succeeded. Morocco itself, and we all know and we all understand that in the last year, the Kingdom of Morocco has removed sponsorship from the pavilion due to financial difficulties, and was the pavilion itself was applying for all kinds of loans and everything to try and sort of navigate the pandemic, and there was all kinds of problems. And now the pandemic has pushed Morocco, the World Showcase Pavilion, into the realm of ownership of Disney parks. So now Disney is responsible for it. You see there a video of Morocco. This pavilion is one where you get lost in sort of the cavernous walkways. You get lost in the streets of Morocco. And it's not the biggest of all of the pavilions, but if you can feel captivated and taken away to a different place in a Disney park, that is how you know they've succeeded in their mission. They want you to feel like you've been captivated and sort of, removed and put into a different experience altogether. Morocco, from Tangerine Cafe as a quick service restaurant option out front, to Spice Road Table, to Restaurant restaurant Marrakesh to all of the unique sort of artwork within, as well as the various cultural ambassadors that work within the Kingdom of Morocco. It's one of my absolute favorite places to go hang out and just take a breather. They don't have an attraction, unfortunately. They don't have like a film like many of the World Showcase pavilions do, but it's certainly one of my favorites.
It's very unique.
I love it so much, and it's a place that I love to stop by and enjoy a spell. Yes, Gared.
One thing it's the only pavilion that really has its ambassadors out in the front. Like when you're walking between France and Japan, you have the Moroccan citizens there, and they're greeting you like, "Hey, welcome to Morocco." And I've always found them to be the nicest of all the different cultural representatives. And my favorite Disney film is Aladdin, and I loved when they used to have the Aladdin meet and greet back there, because the characters would walk through there like they're walking around the bazaar in Agrabah, and it's just an enchanting place. And there's no other, like, it's the only Middle Eastern country in that pavilion, and I think it's truly magical. I hope one day we might get an attraction back there, maybe something similar to Sinbad and his Enchanting Voyage like they have at Disney Sea, or maybe not a magic carpet ride like they have at Magic Kingdom, but maybe one using special tech or something magical. But I'm with you, Wade, and you're a big fan of their food. You always write their food off as, like,
top notch. Great place to
Have
stop.
Have you noticed the difference since Disney took it over?
Well, Tangerine's been shut down. Yeah. So since last fall,
Forever.
And so they shuttered it, and I haven't been able to dine there, unfortunately, but the location itself, I mean, it's lacking a lot of what made it special, in terms of personality and in terms of the physical manifestation of people there, because obviously most of the pavilions at the moment are staffed with people from North America, because much of the cultural exchange program, where they brought in individuals from said country to work in said country, in the pavilions, they're not able to do it right now due to the pandemic. So a lot has been sort of stripped away from that pavilion in particular. I'm going to reserve judgment on how Disney Parks will manage it moving forward until things get back to normal. We'll give them a fair shot and see what things are like, but it's a place I really loved, and we'd love to hear what your top pick for World Showcase pavilions at Epcot are. What is your number one and why? We'd love to see it. Leave it in the comment section down below for us. Your perspective, as always, matters. Hey, stick around. Kingdom Report Live rolls on next.
Hey Kingdom team, do you need more magic in your life? We understand, which is why we connect you to more of what makes you happy 3 times a week. Catch our theme park coverage, vlogs, and reviews every Tuesday and Thursday. And experience the Kingdom Report Live, streaming every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. That's new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, crafted with you in mind. Don't miss out. Be sure to subscribe and activate notifications at The Kingdom Report on YouTube, and catch every update throughout the week at Kingdom Report Live on social media. See you there.
Kingdom team, all call time. This is Questions and Answers. That's what this segment is all about. You can send your questions to us at kingdomreportlive.com by filling out the form, or you can leave it in the comment section just beneath this video segment. Let us know what's on your mind. We always do our best to get to as many questions as possible. Today's big question comes to us from Marvel Soldier 1. Marvel Soldier 1 asks us, how long do you think it will be before we see the Quinjet ride expansion break ground on Avengers Campus at California Adventure? This is certainly something that has been on the minds of many people, as more and more of the Disney hierarchy has come out and said, we're removing a lot of capital expenditures due to the pandemic, and obviously Disney is not making the money that they used to make. You see here an image, if you're watching, of what Avengers Campus looks like. There's been a little bit more development since this image was taken, but the yellow circle is around the Quinjet itself. This area, and where you see the arrow pointing, the arrow goes back behind the building and the structure that the Quinjet sits on to go behind to an area that is completely open. It's the last big available space behind California Adventure, where the big mega e-ticket attraction is supposed to come, the Quinjet ride. So that is what our friend Marvel Soldier 1 is referring to. And with the question being posed to us as to how long we think it will take before the Quinjet ride breaks ground at California Adventure, well, we've recently learned that Avengers Campus will not be opening with the Disneyland Resort theme parks in late April. In fact, it's supposed to be opening sometime in 2021, but later in the year. That's something that definitely needs to be considered in all of this, because if they're holding out on the land itself, that will likely push the window even further out for the big mega e-ticket attraction to open. But we'll start with Katrina Manzone here with us to share her perspective on things. Do you think this is something, because I feel like it got real quiet all of a sudden about this project. We're not hearing as much about it anymore. Do you think this is like, whenever they get to it, 5 years out, a year from now, what do you see in your crystal ball?
I feel like everybody's just like, it got quiet and there was like crickets, and then they're sweeping things under the rug, and they're like, nothing to see here, people.
We didn't
nothing
talk about
to
this
see
project.
Here. We didn't do anything, and they're like slowly deleting things off the internet. No, I feel like maybe 3 years or something after they actually open Avengers Campus, because I can't see it opening within like a year from Avengers Campus opening. Like, I know they tried doing that with Galaxy's Edge, and they, because they already had Rise of the Resistance like ready to go, and they kind of like procrastinated for about like a year, right? A little bit over a year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rise?
Was it a year? Opening Rise from
was it that
Smuggler's
long?
Run, or was it like
No,
a little bit less
like
than that?
It was like 4 months or so, right?
No.
Yeah, there was a bit of a delay, certainly, but I don't think it was a year.
It was like, it opened like the spring. I don't know. Okay, guys, I don't know. Whatever. But it opened like spring of like Galaxy's Edge opened like spring or summer. And then the next,
and then December,
summer. And then December
is when they opened up Rise. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, January opened up for Disneyland.
Right. December was Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Right.
So, because I was gone, you guys went.
That's right.
Go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that was a fun day.
But anyway,
except for the amount of times that ride shut down over and over again all day. We waited in we finally got in the line,
a refugee camp in line.
Then we were in that line for like 2 hours, just sitting there on the floor. Anyway, okay,
it's a bit much. Yeah,
go ahead. Is he angry about it, or
what?
Those
are war stories, Katrina. We went
that was we've got scars.
Poor man.
I know.
Well. I mean, if I was there too, I would be really livid too. I mean, those are like tight quarters too. If you're like all like looped around everywhere, and then you're like fighting for seats, like it was what is that game? Like musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
Oh yeah.
And you're like waiting to try to find a seat when someone like gets up to stretch their legs. You're like, whoop. Anyway, I would say like 3 years after they actually open Avengers Campus, it seems like reasonable. They're able to make money. They're able to like get the use out of the Spider-Man ride, which I don't have high hopes for. I'm hoping that it'll be cool. And then everybody eats their chicken sandwiches. So hopefully they'll make a lot of money off those chicken sandwiches and little mobile spiders. And then, so 3 years, I'm going to say it.
All right, interesting number. We'll jump out to Walt Disney World, where our Walt Disney World reporter, Gared Hassel, standing by. He's outside of the International Gateway of Epcot. He's over in the boardwalk. And, it's worth pointing out, Gared, that Epcot is a place that has a major attraction for Guardians of the Galaxy that is being just sort of walled off at the moment. It's one of those capital expenditure projects that is just kind of being put on hold for now, right? So we're not necessarily moving forward at any rapid pace to open it up, and so that's one of those projects that we're kind of referencing here, where, and coincidentally it's Marvel, but it's one of those projects that's sort of being put on the back burner for now until things get a little bit better. For Disneyland and California Adventures Avengers Campus, how long do you anticipate it taking for, say, the big mega attraction to open out west?
Well, Disneyland's supposed to open, April 2021. And then they're not opening the Avengers Campus. So I could see spring 2025, honestly. Like, I know 4 years sounds like a lot, but if they don't even open Avengers, say, for another year or so, you can just probably add 3 years onto that. So spring 2025, just because they say they're using new technology. It's going to be more immersive than anything we've ever experienced, more immersive even than Rise of the Resistance. So 2025 sounds accurate because they want you to feel like you are in the middle of a fight between the Avengers and the enemy forces. So 2025 sounds accurate. I will say this. If that ride gets built before Tron or Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm going to be mad.
There's no way.
Because
that's not happening.
I feel like it's a sign right behind you. There's a smiley face We hired
Yeah.
them to do this.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh wow!
And it's a sign that maybe there's a positive outlook on this.
How about that?
Okay, you know what? Because of the sign, 2024, the smile
Wow,
face.
okay, the
He
smile
took it out
face.
of here.
Yeah.
It's a sign from the Disney gods
Makes
saying
complete
2024 brightness will shine down on Avengers Campus. But you know what? Until that time, Tyler, you, Katrina, Wade, and I, we will sit out waiting for that attraction to be built, eating our giant chicken sandwiches, and
Yes, sir.
hanging out with Doctor Strange, and watching the audio animatronic Spider-Man flip through the air. But 2024 sounds pretty fair. Attractions used to be built in a couple months. Now it's a couple years to get it going, because first got to lay the groundwork and then build it up. Because Tron, they're shutting that baby down. It's not even done on the outside, and they've been doing that for about 2 years now. So 2024 seems fair. Put $10 on spring 2024, and we'll see where it goes.
How's that for optimism? All right. Thank you, sir. Tyler, let's jump over to you. What do you think? This baby going to open up anytime soon?
No.
Gonna break ground anytime soon?
No. Sorry, this isn't gonna happen for quite a while. I mean, I think it was probably gonna. I think their plan was probably to wait 3 or so years to have this open, and I think it's gonna be even longer now, especially because, like I said earlier in the show, it's like right now the main attraction is Disneyland. Like all they have to do is open Disneyland, and people are going to want to come back. They don't need to build this big e-ticket ride anytime soon. So they're going to need to let things balance out a little bit. And once things balance out, they're going to be able to break ground on this. And who knows, maybe it'll even change. The thing that I worry about is that they're going to that the ride's going to be downgraded basically because they're just going to lower the budget on it. So certain things are just going to be cut, and that's what I really worry about. So I just hope that they do it right. I would rather have them take their time. These things, they're not quite permanent fixtures, but they're around for so long that I would rather have them take their time and deliver something amazing than just kind of like poop something out real quick.
Don't be pooping.
Yeah, don't poop in my face. So, it's just one of those things where I just think that take your time, do it right, spend the money that needs to be spent. And I think we probably won't see it until 2025, 2026.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a long range there, some optimistic ideas mixed in. We want to know what you think. When do you imagine that the Quinjet Mega E-ticket attraction is going to come to Avengers Campus? Leave it in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear from you and what year you think they might break ground on that puppy. Also, if you're looking forward to Avengers Campus, give this segment a very big thumbs up. All right, my friends, that about brings this edition of Kingdom Report Live to a close. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe up so that you never miss any of our updates. We have lots of videos that we produce throughout the week in addition to the live show. And if you know anybody that is a Disney Parks fan, go ahead and share this broadcast. Yeah, let them know that we're out and about, that we're taking care of the Disney Parks news and perspective. We always appreciate that. Also, my friends, we also want to mention that if you are indeed looking for a mug, a Kingdom Report Live mug, you can win yourself one by leaving in the comments section beneath this YouTube video at the Kingdom Report on YouTube. The phrase that pays, the Haunted Mansion, is what you need to be writing in the comment section down below. As soon as the live show is over, it will allow you the opportunity to post beneath the video. The Haunted Mansion enters you into the contest to win. We randomly select somebody to win, and then we will reach out and set you up with an official mug. Again, you have until Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific time to put the Haunted Mansion in the comment section down below. Well, that about wraps things up for us. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. I know I've had a great time, and there's so much more to come. We'll be back with you next week, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, for another edition of Kingdom Report Live.